Alright, so we are back with another live stream today. So the thing being over here, um, the camera that we have is we have an inverted camera over here. So what happens is if I'm doing from the left side, it shows from the right side. So quite confusing, but we'll figure that out as well. Also, just let me check what the voice. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So we have the voice right, and the video is also working, I think. So we'll be starting today's session. So today we'll be taking up top five questions that brides have regarding their bridal makeup about normal HD, about normal HD and airbrush makeup. Hmm. Also, we'll be setting up the PPT so that if anyone joins from between as well, they'll be able to see which question are we covering today. Alright. Okay, I haven't changed the title over here. Which is, uh, so just give me some time for this. So let this adjust in a bit and then we'll be starting. Okay, so the video is not quite visible. Okay, so here we start. Which makeup type lasts the longest in the Indian weather conditions? And the three options we have is normal, HD, and airbrush makeup, as you can see in the title. So we'll be discussing that in brief today with the top five questions that you guys are having in your mind. And by you guys, I mean the brides. So today we'll be starting off firstly with you're deciding which type of makeup would be lasting the longest in the India wedding condition. By far, airbrush, Indian wedding conditions generally. So before that, let's come back to a previous step, which is the time that generally Indian weddings take. So it's somewhere between 8 hours to 12 hours, and the climatic conditions, which is the environment, also is a lot of times hot, humid. But in 2025, these things are changing a bit, where thus in the summer peak summer season, there is extreme heat and starting from the rainy season, which starts quite early these years, which is from this year. This year it started in May in Mumbai specifically. So currently we operate just in Mumbai, so we'll be talking about that. Also, my name is Zaid, and I am helping 100 plus brides every single month getting their bridal makeup right. And with and I'm doing this since past 2 years. So approximately have connected with over two approximately you can say nothing about 1500 brides as such. So having a conversation with them understanding what concerns they have. I'm here as a makeup guide to help you guys get answers that you are looking for, and to remove the confusion from the bridal makeup. That's my objective for doing this stuff. Okay. And if you guys might be wondering how am I able to talk to so many brides, I work at Tarunya Makeup Professionals, where we provide bridal makeup services to brides. Okay, by makeup professionals. Okay, so coming back to the question, Indian brides consistently worry about the makeup longevity during the extended ceremony. So I'll tell you about all the three stuff. Starting with airbrush makeup typically lasts from 12 to 16 hours without any touch up required, and it is the ideal go-to thing for outdoor weddings and summer weddings, because in airbrush I'll also explain what happens. You take products and put it up in the machine, where from that machine you put it up in a machine, and with that machine what happens is it generates pressure, and with that pressure you get very tiny small particles, a spray like particles getting sprayed all over your face. And that's what airbrush makeup is. But with that, the thing is, once you have got your makeup done, you can't change the look. You have to use that single look for the rest of the day, which is something quite difficult. Or either you have to remove the complete thing and do it all over again, which consumes a lot of time, which a lot of weddings might not have. I'm talking about general weddings as such. And especially the weddings which are outstation for Marwari people, generally towards Rajasthan and towards Gujarat side during the February, and outstation weddings during that month, February March time. Although there is winter over there, but still the heat is there and sun is not going away from those places, especially the far Gujarat side and far Rajasthan side. So actually all parts of Rajasthan and the far Gujarat side, which is closer to Rajasthan itself. So over that places, this thing helps a lot. And the second up we have HD makeup, and HD makeup generally requires touch-ups after 4 to 6 hours. Post that it requires touch-up. While traditional makeup may need more frequent touch-ups in humid conditions, this I am talking about normal makeup as such. Um, for monsoon weddings and high humidity areas like Mumbai and Chennai, airbrush makeup and offers a best staying power, subjected to if you want to keep the same look throughout, and also if you have a lot of time to get ready in the very first place itself as well. Okay, so that's about it. And normal makeup is something that, and I'll also explain about HD makeup. I have told about the use cases, but what HD makeup is. HD makeup contains fine particles of that reflect in the product formulation, which when taken photos with HD camera gives you that additional glow and makes you uh, give a look that looks quite lovely on the camera as well as on the photos and videos that you'll be taking. It's similar to having it makes how what's the difference between an HD camera and a normal camera? That's the difference between an HD makeup and a normal makeup. Higher definition has the full form of HDR. It defines your way in such a way that it looks quite pleasing to the eyes. And about normal makeup as such, it would be having the standard regular makeup that few people do on everyday basis. So in that you wouldn't be looking much more like a bride. And if you are quite restricted on your budget, this is something you can go for. If you have a dream of doing getting your wedding makeup done, but you are absolutely short on cost, only then we would recommend you to go for that. Another reason for which you might go for that is also if you're getting married at a court wedding where you are just taking one or two photos at max and not calling a photographer for capturing or creating all those memories and stuff. And if you are that person who wants to spend on the vacation post wedding rather than spending on the wedding itself, um, then you can definitely go for a normal makeup because you're doing it just for the sake of it. And court marriages are such which is only happening in the Mandal with 5 to 10 people at max, and you're clicking photos just for the proof, not for creating an album as such. So for them, normal makeup is something that you can go for. That's the first question answered. If anyone has any doubts regarding that, you can ask and let us know. Hmm. We'll be moving next to the second question, which is make which makeup type works best for my skin type. Alright. The people who have this question, you're already 150% of the battle because you're thinking about skin before makeup and you're thinking of makeup in sync with the skin, which is the correct way and the right way where which a lot of even makeup artists don't think. So you're at the right path. So okay, so starting off with skin compatibility, Indian brides at every few kilometers and especially in Mumbai, they have a huge amount of diversity as such. So they have a huge amount of diversity as such, and with that, what happens is we'll be using. There are different skin types from the fairest to the lightest because all kind of people stay in India and in Mumbai as well. The diversity is huge. Also, different kinds of skin conditions depending on the diversity in the environment and geographical area. So, to give you a rough idea about skin types, there are oily, combination, dry skin types, and concerned and sensitive skin. Okay, so four types as such. So with that, airbrush makeup works exceptionally well when you have an oily or combination skin, providing a matte finish that controls the shine. With HD makeup, it's versatile and suitable for all kinds of skin type and particularly beneficial for sensitive and dry skin because of heavy moisturizing done to keep your skin hydrated during that. And also with HD makeup, the layer is quite thin and should be kept quite thin about the makeup and seamlessly blend into a skin like finish which helps your skin breathe. Okay. The final thing being about traditional makeup is it offers the most amount of customization and it is not optimized for lasting longer and giving you a skin like finish. So if you are someone who is just doing it for the sake of it, कि बस मुझे करवाना as a formality for the conditions that I have mentioned previously, you can directly go ahead. But personally, I would suggest you to at least go for HD makeup unless you're very short or tight of it. Because let's be honest, we are just getting married for one time in our life, so this is something that should be taken care of well. And this is just a suggestion. You can still go for something else. All right. So we'll be switching off to the third question. Should I book a makeup trial or can I trust Instagram? Oh, okay, so this isn't a question from you. I think this question is of yesterday. So we'll be skipping to the fourth question for now. Will my makeup look natural or artificial on my wedding day? All right. Okay. So regarding in terms of different kinds of makeup, HD makeup will deliver you the most skin-like finish, and it is designed to make you look flawless with regards to pigmentation and not texture. And let me be very clear with that, no kind of makeup can hide your textures. It can just make sure that at some places, if you have darker skin because of pigmentation, pimples, acne, etc., it can make sure it looks seamless, which is it looks the same color, not the same structure. Okay, and also it provides a high definition camera while maintaining a realistic appearance. With airbrush can sometimes appear too perfect, creating a mask like effect if not applied skillfully. So the makeup artist should be highly skilled in airbrush makeup. Only and only then you should go ahead with airbrush makeup. And if you're having a long function and you're ready to get just one look for the rest of the day. Traditional makeup, on the other hand, offers more control but is seriously compromised during the coverage part. Where by coverage we mean all the dark circles and the pigmentations you have, it will not be able to hide it that much. The color part also, it will not be able to do much. So it would be, if you're booking a photographer and if you're booking a videographer and booking a hall, definitely avoid a normal makeup is what I would suggest. Okay. So coming to the last question, for all the people who are photogenic and photo friendly and would want to always click photos and stuff, how do these makeup types perform in the wedding and photography and videos? So this would be the last question for today, which is, Indian weddings involve extensive photography and videography. If you're booking a hall, if you're booking a photographer and videographer, HD makeup is specifically designed for high definition cameras containing light diffusing particles, which helps you make look amazing under flash photography, which is what the majority of the photographers use these days. In HD cameras, the look would be looking enhancing while at the same time also looking natural as well. An airbrush makeup creates a flawless look, a retouched appearance, but may not look overly perfect. So if airbrush makeup, if you're going, it is the most skin-like finish, and you'll be looking like a person which is not wearing makeup at all. It is the closest you can get to complete no makeup look. And although the charges are the highest over here, but if you're someone who wants to go ahead with that and keep the same look overall, you can go ahead with that. Traditional makeup is best suited if you're just doing, if the guest list says is 5 to 10 people doing wedding either in a Monday or doing a court marriage. Definitely go for traditional makeup, and you don't need to do any sort of HD and airbrush makeup, and that will be completely fine from your side. Alright, so that's it for today. It's been a bit short stream for today, which is of 19 minutes as such. So, thank you everyone and have a great day. Bye.